Pause for a moment and feel what's around you. You're at home, probably in a familiar space with your bed, kitchen, bathroom, things that we sometimes easily take for granted. Stop and look closely, feel and appreciate all that you have, because there are millions of people in this world who don't even have a roof over their heads. It's a sad reality, and we need to be aware of how lucky we are. But then there are those who live in lavish, magnificent homes. In stark contrast to them are those who have makeshift, substandard homes that are barely enough to call a home. Hard to imagine, right? With all that in mind, today we're going to explore 20 of the strangest places where people actually live. 20. Favela. Starting with the famous favela slum of Brazil. Favelas may surprise you, but make no mistake, they are actually inhabited places. These houses look like they are stacked on top of each other in an irregular way, and when you look at them, you will realize that this is not the way we usually live. The favelas paint a special picture of Brazilian society, where social and economic inequality is clearly evident. If you have the opportunity to visit Brazil, be careful when visiting these areas. Sometimes they are full of dangers that you cannot foresee. But there is also another side, an aspect that few people think about. These areas are also places of creativity and art. People here, despite difficult circumstances, still find a way out through art, through creating beautiful things in the midst of many difficulties. One of the largest favelas in Brazil houses up to 100,000 people, with cramped living spaces, interwoven between houses stacked on top of each other. This is a story of two different worlds, one full of hardship, but also full of creativity and determination. It is also a reminder of the disparities and how many countries sometimes just push their people to the outskirts and expect them to find their own way to survive. With all these thoughts in mind, cherish what you have and don't forget to sympathize and share with those who don't have it. What do you think about favela? Let us know in the comments below. If you can, give us a like and subscribe to the channel to support the team. Let's continue. 19. Hanging Temple of Hengshan. Hanging Temple of Hengshan is a unique architectural wonder in China. If you come to the southeastern part of Datong, you definitely cannot miss the enchanting image of this temple. Built along the cliff of a mountain, the Hanging Temple not only defies gravity, but also challenges human imagination. The temple has more than 40 rooms and countless passages, all suspended about 30 meters above the ground. It was started by a monk during the Northern Wei dynasty, between 386 and 534. The temple still exists today, a testament to the ingenuity and dedication of those who built it. Imagine at that time there were no modern drilling tools like today, but they drilled holes into the cliff and built the temple with simple pillars. This is not only creativity, but also absolute devotion to faith. The Hanging Temple is also a rare place in China where three religions, Confucianism, Taoism, and Buddhism coexist under one roof. A symbol of harmony, of devotion, and of timeless sustainability. 18. Sealand de las Bodegas. Sealand de las Bodegas, a white village in Spain, tells a different story. Here the houses are not only built below, but also right in the heart of the canyon. Giant rocks hang suspended above, as if protecting the houses below. There are parts of the village where, when you step into them, you will feel the magic of nature combined with human hands. Although the canyon was created by an ancient Crete, with creativity and ingenuity, this place has become an ideal place for olive growing and wine production. From afar, this white village in the heart of the canyon looks like a painting, where the houses are both above and below the cliffs. It is a testament to the ability of humans to conquer nature and build a place wherever they desire. Let these stories make us reflect on the wonder of humanity, on the perseverance and devotion to faith and life. 17. Sealand. Have you ever dreamed of starting your own country? Don't hesitate to admit it, because many of us have cherished that dream, the dream of ruling a kingdom of our own, to demonstrate true leadership. However, Sealand is not just a dream, but a unique story of human daring and perseverance. It all started in 1943 when the British government built Ruff's Tower, a floating military fortress to support the Second World War. When the war ended, the fortress was abandoned, becoming a desolate place in the middle of the sea. But then a group of pirate radio operators arrived and turned the place into their radio station. However, the story does not end there. Paddyroy Bates appeared, chased the pirate radio operators away, and decided to turn this place into the Principality of Sealand, an independent nation. He was so protective of his territory that when a group of British tried to invade the waters, he and his son fired warning shots. Surprisingly, the rig was outside British waters, so he was not charged. In 1975, he issued a constitution for Sealand, along with a flag, anthem, currency, passports, and immigration stamps. There was even a coup attempt to overthrow him and his family, but they successfully fought it off. Sealand, with its small size, makes it the smallest country in the world, and today, if you visit its official website, you will be welcome to become a part of it, and maybe even receive a noble title. It's strange and fascinating. 16. Floating village in Cambodia. Floating village in Cambodia where life floats on the surface of Tonle Sap Lake. These floating houses are not only a tourist attraction, but also the only place that people who are forced to leave their homeland can call home. When the regime changed, workers from other countries could not return to their homeland and did not have the legal status to buy land in Cambodia. So they built floating houses on the lake where they could live off the lake's resources. Every day they work, trade, and live right on the water. Although life here is not easy, they still cling on, resiliently facing challenges. These floating villages are not only a testament to human creativity, but also a testament to the resilience and courage of the people here. Through them, we see the strong will to survive and the ability to adapt to all circumstances. 15. Yakult. Yakult, honestly, I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but let me ask you, have you ever experienced the coldest place in the world? Depending on the season and where you live, you may or may not feel cold. But if you live in Yakutsk, Siberia, you will not know what it is like to be warm, because it is the coldest city in the world. Siberia is cold, but here the temperature can drop to -60 degrees Celsius, or even colder. However, there are more than 300,000 people living in Yakutsk. The reason they endure the harsh cold is because a large diamond mine needs workers, and they are paid well enough to work there. The people here pride themselves on their ability to endure and overcome harsh conditions, because it shows their resilience. While I respect their ability to endure, I'm actually glad I don't have to live there, as the cold that can turn you into an ice cube is horrifying. 14. Freedom Cave is located off the coast of British Columbia, Canada, where a couple created a man-made floating island. Wayne Adams and his wife created Freedom Cave from about a dozen steel doors that he rescued from an old fishing farm. Everything here is made from recycled materials, creating a unique and sustainable habitat. They live on their floating bay, grow their own food, and sustain their lives without ever having to set foot on land. They occasionally go into town, but that's rare. They're constantly working and recycling everything on Freedom Cave, and the couple is so passionate about art that they believe they'll be here forever. Freedom Cave is not just a place to live, but a living work of art, a symbol of perseverance and creativity. 13. Island Lodge. Island Lodge is a small island near Iceland with a single white house. When the picture of this house appeared on the internet, many people speculated about its origin and why it was there. In fact, it was a hunting lodge built so that people could hunt the wildlife on the island. Today, the lodge is abandoned and no one lives there, which is probably for the best since it has no running water or modern amenities. 12. China's Cliff Village. Have you ever felt like your life is hanging on a cliff, teetering between life and danger? For the people living in this 200-year-old village in China, it's not a feeling, it's a daily reality. The village is located on top of a towering cliff, and to reach the outside world, they have to climb down an 800-meter ladder every day, a journey that is arduous, even for children. The amazing thing is that they have lived here in that precarious space for generations, not because of poverty, but because this is their home, their place of belonging. But then one day, the Chinese government made a decision that changed their lives forever. New houses were built underground, giving them the chance to have a safer life. And they, despite their pride and attachment to their old place, accepted it with joy, because no one had to face danger every day. 11. Bucharest Tunnel. Bucharest Tunnel in Romania. where the tunnels originally built for the city's heating system have now become a shelter for the homeless. In the darkness of these tunnels, life is not easy, but there is something special here, a non-discriminatory safety where people try to help each other to survive each day. For them, these tunnels are not just temporary shelters, but the only option for survival. 10. Shrine of Madonna della Corona. Shrine of Madonna della Corona, a sacred place near Verona, Italy. Perched precariously on a cliff, the shrine has been a pilgrimage site for hundreds of years, drawing Catholics who come to pray and find solace in the peaceful landscape. With its height and surrounding natural beauty, it is not only a religious site, but also a symbol of stability and faith. The path leading up to the shrine has now been renovated, making the journey easier, but the pilgrimage is still as meaningful and spiritual as it has been for centuries. 9. Drina River House, located on the Drina River in Serbia, is a small, sturdy house that has captured the hearts of many. The Drina River House, as its name suggests, began with a simple dream, a place to relax after a cool swim. Built by a couple seeking solitude, this tiny retreat was gradually expanded piece by piece. The house's construction may seem precarious, perched atop a rock in the middle of a river, but it was designed with purpose. At times, rising waters would challenge its existence, but it remained standing, rebuilt several times after being washed away. The house has become a symbol of resilience, a quiet testament to the strength of the human spirit, and a reminder that even the smallest, humblest beginnings can leave a lasting mark. 8. Mount Fanjing. On the towering peaks of Mount Fanjing in China, the devotion of Buddhist monks manifests itself in spectacular ways. Here, two temples stand isolated from the world below, hundreds of meters above the ground. These sacred spaces, built on separate mountaintops, are connected by a narrow bridge that spans a deep chasm, a path that tests the courage of anyone who dares to cross it. The journey to these temples is no easy one. A climb of 8,000 steps challenges both body and mind. But those who persevere are rewarded with an indescribable view. From this height, the world seems to collapse, leaving only the silence of the sky and the awe-inspiring beauty of a place where faith and perseverance have built sacred places among the clouds. 7. Casa do Penedo. In Portugal, Casa do Penedo, known as the Stone House, is a unique combination of nature and human ingenuity. Carved into the landscape, the house is nestled between 4 large boulders, creating a structure that is both ancient and enduring. Originally built as a family retreat, it was meant to be a peaceful retreat from the hustle and bustle of modern life. With no electricity, it offers a return to simplicity, a place to disconnect and find solace in the natural world. Although the family has since moved away, Casa do Penedo remains a quiet retreat for those seeking escape, a stone refuge that stands as a reminder of life's simple joys. 6. Villa Gasco, a unique structure located in Italy, was designed with a rare ability. This villa was built in the 1930s with a simple but daring goal: to automatically rotate to always face the sun. Inspired by sunflowers, the house is mounted on special tracks, allowing it to move and capture the warm rays of the sun throughout the day. The mechanism that makes the house rotate may sound strange, but it is a living testament to human creativity and improvisation in the face of nature. A house is not only a place to live, but also to enjoy light and warmth as part of a harmonious universe. 5. Meteora Monasteries. Meteora Monasteries, located in Greece, where ancient monasteries stand firmly on towering stone pillars like spiritual lights in the sky. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, Meteora is not only a sacred destination, but also a symbol of resilience and faith. Originally, these monasteries were only accessible by rope ladders and baskets, a difficult but meaningful journey for those who yearned for solitude and protection from invaders. Now, there are 6 remaining monasteries, each with a history and reverence that has endured for centuries. For those willing to conquer the heights and immerse themselves in the majesty of nature, Meteora offers an unparalleled experience where the Greek landscape opens up before your eyes, beautiful and majestic. 4. Coober Pedy. When we come to Coober Pedy, a small town in the middle of the Australian desert, we cannot help but be amazed by the resilience and creativity of the people here. Coober Pedy, famous for its precious opal mines, is a place where people have continuously exploited and turned this place into one of the largest opal mining areas in the world since 1916. But what makes Coober Pedy special is not only the sparkling stones, but the way the people here face the harsh nature. In summer in Coober Pedy, the heat is not just hot, but a scorching heat, enough to cook an egg on the ground. And in that heat, air conditioning is almost useless. But instead of accepting that harshness, the people here have found a different way to survive. They have moved underground into the caves and tunnels they once dug to find opal. It is amazing to know that 80% of the population of Coober Pedy now lives underground. More than just shelters, these caves have become cozy homes, sacred churches, and even hotels that welcome visitors from all over. Inside the ground, they have electricity, water, and all the amenities needed for a comfortable life, far from the scorching heat of the desert. But even though they live underground, the people of Coober Pedy still need to surface to breathe, to find food, water, and to stay in touch with the outside world. And when you see them relaxing in those cool caves, you cannot help but feel admiration for the incredible creativity and adaptability of humans. This is proof that even in the face of adversity, people always find a way to turn challenges into opportunities, and Coober Pedy is an inspiring story of that. 3. Ponte Vecchio. Let's go back to Italy again, but this time we will stop at a very special and mysterious place, Ponte Vecchio, also known as the Old Bridge. This is not a normal bridge that you often see. When you step on it, you will immediately notice the difference, a difference that lies not only in the architecture, but also in the story behind it. Ponte Vecchio, from the outside to the inside, are shops that have existed for centuries. In the past, this place used to be the place where blacksmiths lived, with the sound of hammers echoing throughout the bridge. But then that noise gave way to quieter, more refined occupations, and those shops are still operating to this day, like a flow through history, connecting the past and the present. Perhaps what makes Ponte Vecchio even more special is the secret passageway hidden underneath, a passageway that was mentioned in Dante's great work, Divine Comedy. A path leading to a mysterious world, and although you can't actually enter the underworld as in the story, just knowing that this place once existed in the imagination of a genius is enough to make you feel moved. 2. Matmata. Now let's go to a remote place in Tunisia, where there is the village of Matmata, a place where time seems to have stopped. Here you will see something different. The houses are not above ground but hidden deep underground. The people of Matmata have dug large holes and created houses in the caves, which they call home. More than just a shelter, these caves are how the Matmata people cope with the challenges of nature. When harsh weather and other elements threaten to destroy their homes, they simply rebuild and continue to live there, as if nothing can shake their will. To some, this underground life may seem strange, even confusing, but to the Matmata people, it is a way for them to connect with their surroundings, turning what they have into a stable and sustainable life. And even if this life may seem strange to outsiders, to them, it is a source of pride, a testament to their resilience and love for their homeland. Matmata, with all its uniqueness and identity, is a lesson in living in harmony with nature and upholding traditional values in an ever-changing world. 1. Hallstatt China. You're stepping into a peaceful little village in China, but there's something strangely familiar that you can't quite place. It feels like you've seen this place before. Yes, this village is a perfect replica of Hallstatt, a quaint village nestled in the Austrian Alps, famous for its UNESCO-listed architectural beauty. But this isn't Europe, this is China. Hallstatt in China is a stunning example of the country's obsession with recreating famous landmarks from around the world. From the smallest details to the overall structure, everything has been meticulously copied. Yet, the strange thing is that this place wasn't just made to be seen, but to be lived in, to be experienced. But not everyone has access to it. This village seems to have been built for the wealthy, who can enjoy the beauty of Hallstatt without leaving China. This project speaks volumes about China's ambition and boldness, but it also raises questions about the true value of replicas. Perhaps not everyone is excited about living in a replica. These houses are sometimes just second homes, not really part of the community, making these replica areas less vibrant than expected. While there are grand ideas behind this project, the reality seems to be much more complicated. China continues to maintain this project, but can it truly replace the original, or is it just a superficial copy? That perhaps remains an open question. It's all up to the people who actually have these strange places to live, whether you're surprised that they choose to live in them, and which of these houses you find the strangest. Or maybe there is another weird house that could make it to this list. Tell me all about it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting videos, guys. I'll see you next time.